evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with another Hearthstone arena. I am having a rough day today. I went 2 wins with the Rogue, which is the worst I've ever done. I tried to cleanse the bad taste of that arena with the Shaman run, but I only got up to 3 wins there. And I was in a bad mood, but you know what? I figured I'm gonna eat some sushi. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be great, and I did that. And now I'm in a fantastic mood, and I'm ready to play with a Mage. I did in fact ask for the Mage. That's great. Okay, well, in this pack, obviously we don't want to do this one. This thing's okay, but I like the Kirintor Mage a lot. Even if you don't take any secrets, it's still a 4/3 for 3, which is fine. It's a good price for a vanilla creature. So I'm just happy to pick this up. Alright, these are all good cards. I think you have to take the Flame Strike, though. That's just such a classic Mage spell. Ice Lance I don't think is very good at all, and neither is the Abusive Sergeant, but the Raging Worgen's a terrific 3-drop, so happy to add that to my deck. Now, I'm going to try Frost Nova. This has been extremely irritating to deal with, and if I am going to play with it, I want to pick it up when it's a bad pack, and this is definitely qualifying as a terrible pack, so let's go ahead and grab the Frost Nova here. Alright, well we can do, again, I have to pick between Flame Strike and the Brewmaster. Let's take 2 Flame Strikes. I think that's probably it, though. I don't think I want 3 Flame Strikes. Do I want 3 Flame Strikes? That can't be right, but these are terrible cards. Well, we're going to find out if playing with 3 Flame Strikes is a mistake or not. Alright, this is a tough pack. I really don't think Counterspell is very good at all. Arcane Golem, I've tried this before and it doesn't really work, so we're going to take the Master Swordsmith. Ogre Magi, Spell Power is great on a 4/4 body. Perfect. Okay, so the Frostbolt is sort of bad removal. I think I'd rather have a good 2-drop, especially if I'm going to be trying to crank up these Flame Strikes. Blizzard is a terrific removal spell. The freezing aspect of it is great, although these are both solid cards as well. I think I'm going to grab the Blizzard here. Okay, Spell Power on a good body. It's fine. Better than the 1 damage in my opinion. And look at these stats. 2 extra health. That makes a big difference for the same mana cost. Okay, 4 Flame Strikes? That can't possibly be right. I'm going to take a Mad Bomber because it's a decent card. I now, of course, wish I hadn't taken the earlier Flame Strikes when I had the chance to pick up like an Ancient Brewmaster. But I think 3 Flame Strikes has got to be the limit. So I still don't like this guy. Arcane Intellect is alright, but I think I'll take the Arcane Explosion. It's good with Spell Power, and I do have, 2 Spell Power minions in here? So yeah, that seems fine to pick up. What is it with these packs? Oh, dear lord. Well, I don't think any of this stuff is really good. We'll go for the Voodoo Doctor. I think the health is the most likely to be the relevant thing, but my god, is it bad. Alright, the Shield Master is great. Even better than the Spell Power, in my opinion. Another one? Over Junk, sure. Easy pick there. More Spell Power or a Stealthy Tiger. You know, I just don't like this Tiger very much. It's good in theory, but I haven't had great luck with it in practice. We're going to just get an almost as big of a body for cheaper mana, and Spell Power is great. Alright, Swamp Ooze is nice. These are okay cards, but not as good as the Ooze, I think. Alright. Flame Strike number 4, I cannot possibly be correct. You're just going to have too many Flame Strikes in your hand clogging up the early game. This is a great 3-drop, and I could use some. Now, in the last third of the draft, I really need some big creatures. I don't have any secrets yet, so I don't want to take the Secret Keeper. But this is another decent 3-drop, so we'll just grab it. Alright, I think Cone of Cold is actually better than Frostbolt, especially because I have quite a bit of Spell Power in the stack. 1, 2, 3 Spell Power. Yeah, we're going to grab this thing. Arcane Missiles or the Cult Master. I don't think this deck is very good with Cult Master. Cult Master can be absolutely devastating, but I think you really need to think about your deck. And here I don't have any like miscellaneous minions coming out. I'm not a paladin. I think I'm going to take the Arcane Missiles here. Alright, Cult Master, still not a big fan of it. The Scarlet Crusader is really good. I could also, of course, go for another Sorcerer's Apprentice. Let's go for this. It's a much more annoying creature to deal with. Alright, well we need some bigger drops, so this is the defensive one, this is the more offensive one. Let's go for the slightly more defensive one so I can hang in there until my Flame Strikes can come online. Alright, this is a fantastic card, and I do need some things to round out my curve a little bit. Well, I get a Sorcerer's Apprentice after all. Okay, so these 1-drops are just no good, so we're just taking the 3-drop by default here. Golly, Jesus. So many Flame Strikes. You know, I wouldn't have minded picking up like a Fireball, you know, or like a Polymorph maybe. I don't need all Flame Strike all the time. Yeah, I really don't think the fourth Flame Strike is the right call here. Now, of course, I regret passing on the Cult Master since I did after that get the Hunter and then this mechanic. Tricky call here between the really good 4-drop or the really good 2-drop. Let me see if I can figure out a reason to prefer one over the other. Yeah, all else being equal, I guess I do like taking the earlier gameplay, so we'll get the Berserker. Alright, well, I don't normally like this, but I don't actually have that much at the higher levels. Just my 3 Flame Strikes, Blizzard, Fen Creeper, and Silverhand Knight, so let's just get another big body here. And as far as big bodies go, you really can't go wrong with that guy. Alright, decent deck. I think I saw like 6 Flame Strikes in that draft. Someone will have to let me know if I should have just been taking every single one, but I really don't think it's correct to take that many 7-cost spells, especially since it doesn't really necessarily kill everything. But maybe I should have taken 4, I don't know. We're up against Swellick, the Druid. Alright, well we don't really want Flame Strike just yet. See, this is the problem. Like right now, it's not that great. I'll keep this as a pretty good 4-turn play, and this might kill something that he plays on turn 1 or turn 2. Ah, that's a nice little dropperoo there. Let's go ahead and grab it. Now what's kind of neat is I can actually play this and then Arcane Missiles is free. So if he does make a drop right here with the coin, there's a decent chance I'll be able to bring it down and put a body on the board. Alright, well, no reason to play Arcane Missiles yet. Let's just follow my curve, hopefully to greatness. Ah, Claw. Good answer to the Sorcerer's Apprentice. You don't really want to let Mages keep that around. He probably doesn't have anything to do with his last mana. So here's where I'm really happy to be playing first. I feel like I'm getting an advantage here, because I get to make the first play at each mana level. There's not much. It's a 3-drop that will survive a whack from the Scarlet Crusader. Alright, looks like he's going to pop off my Divine Shield, which is a very fair play. And he's going to coin out Wrath, perhaps? Yes, indeed. Well, that's a pretty good answer. At least he spent the coin, and we're kind of even in this game. Now, I could play 2 creatures or 1 creature. I'd actually rather play 2 because he can't play Starfall yet, and they actually both survive it anyhow. I think I'd actually like to get this guy pumped up. So we'll do it like this, and then next turn I can play the Senjin and protect these guys. I have a very weird relationship with Taunt. First I overvalued it, then I undervalued it. Now I think I'm getting closer to valuing it appropriately. Taunt's one of those things you don't want to dismiss it entirely, but you also don't want to take things just because they have Taunt on them, because then you can end up with too much Taunt and nothing to do with it. Alright, he's just playing a little 2/2 Tiger there. And he's making it Marked of the Wild. Alright, now he did spend 2 cards getting there, so I don't mind spending 2 cards to kill it. Couple of options. Play the Sorcerer's Apprentice, this would be free, and then Hero Ability. That might bring it down. I could end up trading my guy for it, or I could just play the Shield Master, but the Shield Master just dies to it, and since it has Taunt, I don't really get anything productive out of it. So what we will do is play this. Let's play these for free. Alright, 2 came on there, which is about as good as could be expected. I mean, it would have been ridiculous to expect 3. And I'm happy to trade my 2-drop for his, well, this is also a 2-drop that he spent the buff spell on, but I spent the missiles on it, so whatever, it's a wash. I could also use Hero Ability, give up the Swordsman, and keep the bigger creature. But I don't think it's really necessary to do that. Let's just kill it like this. And now, instead of having to use my Hero Ability, I can play this. This is a pretty rare situation for me. I don't normally like spend all my cards like this. I mean, I'm out of cards here, which is a little bit scary because he's got 6. But I feel like these are pretty good cards, so as long as he doesn't like double Starfall or something ridiculous, I'll be fine. Alright, that's fine. It uses up all his mana for the turn, and it's a pretty weak body. He's got another claw. Ah, well, it's probably going on my Sorcerer's Apprentice. Yep. Good show, good show. Let's go ahead and this... Oh, this bomber is not very good here. Let's protect my stuff. I don't think I want to play this. And even with my hero ability, I really can't kill this at the moment. But I can make it die against this engine, so we'll do it like this. And tickle him. Things are definitely starting to get a little bit scary here, because if he has a good answer or a way to clear my board, he'll probably just win. Alright, well that's all of his mana. I don't have any way to kill it. If I draw a Flame Strike, I can kill it. I don't have Flame Strike. Nuts. Well, it actually doesn't even kill my Senjin, so he's going to need something more than what he's got in order to do this. I can actually kill this thing and still survive. If I throw my Senjin at it, it will go down to 3 health, which will make it die against this. Yeah, let's just, see, I could also sacrifice my little Borsicle here. That's actually good because I want to stay above Starfall if I can. So we'll do it like this. We're going to ping him again, give up my boar, whack for 6, which is, you know, not insignificant, and put more stuff on the board. So, the problem is this gives spell power, so Starfall actually will kill the boar, and my Master Swordsmith, and this guy, and leave these guys at very low health. Luckily, he doesn't have Starfall, it seems, but he does have more spell power, so that Wrath deals 5 mighty damage. And now I can kill my Swordsmith finally. That was a bit of a ballsy play on his part, because he's still leaving all my high damaging creatures here. So I can deal 7, 9, 10 damage. I mean, he's sort of in trouble. I could also trade away and get rid of this Drake, which is a little bit of a safer play, for sure. See, if I then I'm dealing basically... What to do? 3, 5, 6. Go ahead, taking him down to 8. If I do this, this... 9, 10... It really just depends on if he has Starfall or not, because Starfall wipes my board, is what the problem is. So I'm actually going to play it safe. I could actually trade these guys into him, and then trade that guy plus hero ability into the Azure Drake, and then put a Worgen down. The problem is then I have massive card disadvantage. But if I leave either one of these up, Starfall will kill the Worgen. So it seems like I'm more likely to win if I just hope he doesn't have Starfall here at this point. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just attack. 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 And play this. I'll leave the YOLO Bomber behind for the time being. So does he have the Starfall for the Wrath and the win? It appears that he does not, or else he surely would have played it. Yeah, he definitely doesn't have it now. That's fantastic news. He's got a Taunter. That is actually a real problem because I don't have any silence in my deck. Alright, well, good news is I can Flame Strike him, which will take this down to 4 health. 4 health. Oh, that's just a little short. It's just a little bit short. Well, the YOLO Bomber might be able to finish him off, so let's do it like this. Let's play the Flame Strike. And let's play the YOLO Bomber. Oh, yes. That was perfect. Alright, so now we can kill this. That was actually about the greatest possible YOLO bombing I could have imagined. Whew. Alright, that went very close. I ran out of steam. I mean, I have no cards left, and he had a handful, so I ran out of steam just in time to kill him off. So it was good. I made the right decision. I think if I had traded everything off, his life total would have been high. He could have repopulated the board and won. So that's the thing. Like I always say, good players get lucky more often than bad players, and I've definitely been a bad player more than a number of times while playing Hearthstone. But, you know, I gave myself the chance to get lucky by just admitting that, you know, I will lose if he has Starfall, but that's the chance I'm taking, and it ended up being the right chance to take. Lord of Ravens. Nice name.
You asked for it.
Alright, I don't particularly see the need to keep 2/3 drops around, although I think it's fine. I can play like 2, 3, 4 if need be. Yeah, that's fine. I'm perfectly happy to do that. Blizzard, nice bit of area clear in case if I need it later on. Alright, no coin buzzard, that's always good to see. Bomber did not quite go my way, but it's alright. Alright, he has nothing to do on turn 2 or turn 1, that's always fantastic news. More Flame Strike, see, this is the problem I'm talking about. So what's better to put on, the higher damage or the potential for Wind Fury? Let's actually put this down. Yeah, I think that if he had weak creatures, he would have played them already. Since he hasn't played them yet, chances are he's putting down something big, like a Coin Sen'jin Shield Master, so I'd want to be able to hero power and use this to kill it off.
For the king.
Ah, a little different. Now I regret that I didn't play the Worgen, because I could have killed this thing and attacked into it. And gotten all Wind Furied. Ah, that's unfortunate. Well, let's kill it. Play this thing and pass the turn. I have lots of area removal, which is what I saw in the draft. I die to multi-shot, and then I have nothing to do. I will then be in very, very big trouble. Deadly Shot. Well, that's definitely not nearly as bad as multi-shot. So I can't complain about that at all. Alright, next turn at least I can do something. But this is a real problem. Notice all this removal, I don't have anything to play, so I'm falling behind. Basically, if I had been able to play like a 5-mana creature there, I would have put the game out of his reach almost. But instead he has a chance to come back. This is why it's important not to get too crazy drawing or overdrawing removal. Alright, so there's pros and cons to different ways of handling this bear. I could of course just trade, drop this guy down, and attack. Pro is he still has Divine Shield. Con is another Deathly Shot will kill him. If I throw him down, pop the Divine Shield against this, and then kill it, I keep 2 creatures on the board, but his Divine Shield is popped. Now multi-shot kills me. So he's already played a Deadly Shot. I mean, I don't know which one he's more likely to have. But multi-shot costs more mana, so I'd like to open myself up to the one that costs more mana, because that will at least mean he has less to do on his turn. So that's how we're going to do it. Actually, is there a way to kill this thing? I mean, I could do this, and no, there really isn't. So we're going to do it that way. I am basically leaving myself open to the more expensive removal spell to make it more likely that he will not be able to do productive things. I'm really happy to see that, because this guy's already done his job. So I'm really happy to just trade and then keep attacking. Now another option would be to actually play this, freeze it, and then attack for 8. Actually, I'm going to do that. Let's just keep the pressure up. This is like the best I've ever seen a Frost Elemental be, because now my opponent is really screwed. I mean, Flame Strike could just annihilate him if he plays anything. Next turn, that dies to it. Ah, that's a pretty good answer. That is less of a good answer. Alright, so I have to think very carefully about how to do this. Flame Strike will pop this Divine Shield and allow the Frost Elemental to kill it while killing everything else he has. Yeah, it seems really great. And I have another Flame Strike on hand, so that seems like a pretty good play. I place things incorrectly. An Explosive Shot will kill me now. But, I mean, he is just dead in 5 turns, so I think that's alright. Actually, I couldn't have predicted he was going to play that guy, so I think everything's alright. Alright, that was a good game! Level 16. So this is why you always gotta have confidence when you play games. Just because you go on a bad run and lose a few in a row, you can't let that make you keep losing. You just gotta go into every arena with excitement and with the hope of great things. And while that won't guarantee great things will happen, the opposite will guarantee that great things won't happen. And interestingly, I haven't been seeing that many rogues lately. I've been seeing like a reasonable amount, which is great. Alright, I'm first against the rogue, Mr. Bile here. That's fantastic. Let's clear away everything except for my early plays. And get ready to test our metal. Well, I think I probably want to coin out this Mad Bomber. Because this is a pretty good thing to play on the next turn. Ooh, interesting. Well, let's take a risk. I mean, there's no guarantee the Mad Bomber will hit it. But the odds are pretty good. And that's a very, very good value. Ah, it didn't do it. So he's going to get to kill my Mad Bomber for free, which is a shame. Yeah, the Mad Bomber can have a really big impact on the game. I mean, if this guy had died, my Mad Bomber would still be alive. I could play this, he'd become bigger. I mean, all sorts of things would start happening. But instead, nothing. Alright, seeing the dagger come out, that's totally fine. Opponent knows what he's doing, he's not wasting the dagger. There's Flame Strike for later. This is pretty dagger resistant. He would need to dagger me plus backstab to kill me, and when you're playing against Rogue, you just can't play around backstab, you know, you just need to put stuff out there. And hope for the best. Oh, if only my Mad Bomber was still alive. If only he were still alive.
So many options.
Alright, looks like he's got a little bit of a later game hand. This also suggests he doesn't have backstab, but he might have Shiv. Ooh, no Shiv. Well, it's my lucky day against this rogue at any rate. Since he could have had Shiv there, he could have had backstab there, he could have had creatures there. I mean, there's lots of stuff he could have had there as a rogue, and he didn't. So, I am grateful for the little things. Well, now without spending any mana, he can kill me, just showing off how good the rogue's ability is. You can kind of pay mana earlier and have it be used later. He'd better have a backup plan. Oh, that's not a good backup plan at all. Wow, I don't think this is a good play, because I can activate Wind Fury on this and just kill him. Yeah, well, you can't let an Sorcerer's Apprentice survive, so we'll do this. Now, I can do the trade myself, but I have to think about that first. If I attack him for 5, it's really good. It makes it harder for him to use the dagger later. It'll allow him to trade this guy in for my dude instead of this guy, but they both do 2 damage, so that's not like I really care that much. So yeah, we'll just hit him, I think, here. And I'm going to choose to put stuff on the board rather than to kill a 2-1. Because next turn I can put this on the board. I mean, I'm starting to get a climb ahead. Next turn I can free something of his. I might just be able to race him down if he's not careful. Smart play, he could dagger up and kill it, but he's realizing that would be too dangerous. He could still dagger, trade, and kill me, but I don't think that would be a good play. Ah, that's a very good play. He's playing with a lot of 1-drops, though. We saw a Leper Gnome already, and now this thing. That is encouraging. Headcrack. That's not a card I'm really all that scared of, especially when he's on such a slow start. Alright, so it's tricky here. If I play this, he gets a lot of value out of this guy because he can just kill the 2/2 square that I make. If I take the time to kill it, though, I'm even worse off. Then I just don't do anything. I don't have enough mana. So sometimes you gotta take the least bad option because there's no good option available. This guy was very, very money for him. It killed 2 of my guys, basically. So that's why I'm not getting any card advantage against this rogue. I've got more plays coming up. I can play this thing and Firebolt, or I can play this thing and freeze somebody. Feel pretty good with Flame Strike and Arcane Explosion in my hand. That's like 5 damage to everything. Ah, he's choosing to do that. Does he have a backstab? Blade Flurry. Ah, I see. So he's keeping this guy alive. I don't know if I like that play very much. I mean, maybe if he had nothing better to do in his hand. But he knows I can kill this guy. So he's just giving me board control here in exchange for being able to head crack. Yeah, I don't know if that was a good play on his part. So, we'll just kill this guy. And now we had a nice turn, so we have card parity. One of his cards is Head Crack, which is pretty much irrelevant. And I've got a creature on the board. Now Flame Strike deals 5 damage to everything. This deals 2 damage to everything, which is really good. And I have a Sorcerer's Apprentice who can make everything cheaper. Now I'm going to have to make sure I remember to play this before I Flame Strike, because with this you can, like, have a little bit less mana than you think and still be able to play things. And Head Crack. Okay. Well, that puts me in a bit of a tricky position, actually. He pretty much played the perfect creature against me. Because basically, I can't just ignore it, because it has taunt. If I trade, I feel like I'm falling behind. If I freeze it, it doesn't even matter. But if I Flame Strike it, it's sort of a waste. Arcane Explosion and this doesn't quite do it. Yeah, let's just use a Flame Strike here. Keep the pressure up. And I've got more removal. I mean, I can freeze things, which is... Oh man, I'm really starting to appreciate this ability to freeze stuff. As long as a creature doesn't have taunt, freezing it is just amazingly good.
Give me a quest.
Alright, he'd better have a few more cards to play there. Ah, I see. Very clever. And the Head Crack. Alright. Really couldn't care less. Okay, so unfortunately this does not quite kill the Questing Adventurer, which is a shame. But I can play this. I can't quite play this, and it's unfortunate. Well, can I? If I play both of these, then this becomes free, but then I don't have enough mana to play that. Oh, I really have to think very carefully here. Ugh, I wish this had 2 health. Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna go for a slightly... Well, no. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a slightly risky play. I'm gonna play this for defense. I'm gonna play out both of these. Or just one, I think, actually. Yeah, just one. So I can do this for 1 mana. Oh, I still don't have enough mana because it was just 1. Oops, I should have just played the other one. Oh, that was a mistake. Well, anyway, we're gonna whack him. Pass the turn. I mean, he's dead on the board, so he has to be very careful how he plays this. And he can't use his dagger anymore, so that's good. He just needs an answer right now, and even if he has an answer, I've still got this, and this will kill him in a few turns. Oh, I'm just really happy to see that. That's a lot of mana that's not blocking me from attacking him. He basically needs to taunt or board clear or die here. This is how I lose a lot as rogues, actually. I feel like I'm just about to stabilize, and then my opponent kills me before I can quite finish things off. Alright, that's big and stuff, but I'm not that concerned. Alright, he's trading stuff away. Fair enough. Alright, so I have a total of 9 mana at my disposal. Let's see, I could do 4, 5 damage. That doesn't seem that good. I think killing the Questing Adventurer seems pretty solid here. And, I think freezing the Yeti seems really good. Attacking him seems good. And healing myself seems good. Alright, he's once again down on the board. What he has on the board will not stop my creatures at the moment. This will kill him in 4 turns if he's not careful. And that freeze was really epically good. Now, I don't think I actually have any spells I can draw that I can burn him with. I didn't get any fireballs. I never did take a Frostbolt, because that's bad removal. All I've got is like arcane missiles. I think they can deal damage to him directly, unless I'm forgetting something. So that's kind of unfortunate. But I do still have that charger, and he didn't have an answer. Alright, so cool. Beat a rogue for my 3rd win. Bit of a close game, but I think that game shows how bad Head Crack is. I mean, imagine if that Head Crack had instead been like a creature that he could have played on the board. That would have allowed him to potentially hold me off more. Like an extra creature on the board on that final turn could have made all the difference. So by playing Head Crack, you know, if you either win the game with it, or it's just like you waste 2 mana over and over again every single turn to do absolutely nothing. Because your opponent's life total is... Now, what's interesting about this run with the mages, my wins have not been entirely convincing. They've all been kind of close. I think that may be an artifact of the fact that I didn't get any polymorphs or fireballs or things that, you know, could close the game out a little bit more easily. Alright, here we're up against a mage. Hope his deck's not too much better than mine.
Tear you apart.
Knowledge boy. Alright. Let me think about this. I could just keep this hand, honestly. It's fine. I have later plays, but I'd like to dig around for something a little bit more aggressive. So we'll send those guys back. And we found some board clear, but nothing to play on turn 2, which is a shame. The difference between having a 3 and a 2 in your hand and a 3 and a 3 in your hand is really gigantic, so that's kind of unfortunate. Another 3. Ah, that's a shame. That is a shame. A shame indeed. Luckily, my opponent doesn't have any early plays. This is really heartbreaking. If like one of these had been a 2, I'd be in much better shape in this game. The good news is I'm not getting any 4 drops either, so I can play these on 3, 4, and 5. Alright, interesting loot play there. Loot Hoarder definitely makes it tempting for me to blast him, but I don't think that's correct in the slightest. Which of these is the best against the Loot Hoarder? I think probably this. So he can either run the Loot Hoarder into me and then fireball me off, but then that's his whole turn, and I still have this little dinker sauce on the board, or he can leave me with something. Harvest Golem, pretty solid answer to what he's got going on. Or to what I've got going on, rather. Let's see. I could go in, Fire Blast, use the, but then I don't have anything to play. This is actually pretty decent. I can trade against it kind of nicely, but I think I'll put this engine down. Just protect my guys and call it a day. Bit of a risk here. If he has Arcane Explosion, I will wish, of course, that I had killed his Golem. He has Twilight Drake. Oh, that's unfortunate, because that's an 8/8, and I don't have any Silence in this deck. Or Polymorph, for that matter. Lord. Okay. This is bad. Well, what are my best chances for survival? I mean, I could Blizzard and freeze it, which sort of like delays the inevitable. Also kills this guy. And I hit him for 6. He goes down to 20. It's not really enough. Oh, boy. I could play one of these, hope against hope that this survives enough to protect it, and then I can play Blizzard next turn to deal more damage against it. It would be dealing 3 damage to it, which is still not really enough, but it would make the inevitable 2-for-1 not as bad when it happens. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's trade this off here. Although I could play something else. I could play like this. And just kind of ram it into the Twilight Drake over and over. No, I think we'll go for the thing that uses up more mana. We'll do this. Kill the 2/1. Attack. And see what he has. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those times where sometimes you just play Twilight Drake on turn 4 and win the game. And I don't think I saw a single Silence card. I never saw an Owl or a Spellbreaker. Oh, he has a Blizzard. Oh, would you look at that? Well, on the plus side, why didn't he attack? Oh, he didn't want to. I guess he has like a follow through to kill me without having to use that, I suppose. So if I play this and he could play Coin Flame Strike and just win. I could alternatively play these 2 things. I just have to accept that I think if he plays Coin Flame Strike, I just lose and not worry too much about it. Let's go ahead and put this guy down. I don't want to play the YOLO Bomber here. Start to work on that giant Twilight Drake. Uh-oh. Oh no. Fuck my life. Well, that's the risk I took, and it happened. Okay. Well, let's play the YOLO Bomber. One hit went on there, that's great. Let's put this thing down. And this thing down. So I could come back from that deficit if he plays some stuff on the board. That was actually pretty lucky it didn't pop my shield. But he can still kind of kill his choice of things. All while whacking the bejesus out of me. He's healing the Twilight Drake. Oh, what an asshole. Okay. Well, I could pop the Divine Shield here. This. Yeah, let's just freeze his shit. And, keep on beating him down. My only hope of winning is if everything he plays dies to Flame Strike. Ooh, he pointed something at me. Is he thinking about pyroblasting me? He'll probably win if he does. Alright, no, he's taking the more conservative approach of killing my creatures. Alright. He's representing another fireball in his hand. Ice Lance, okay. Tragically, I cannot play this and Flame Strike in the same turn. If I play it now, this will have 2 health left over. I could pop the Divine Shield against it. Yep, that's what I gotta do. Yep, my Fire Blast just doesn't quite finish it off. So now he can hero ability to kill this, or worse. Oh, he has a Fireball. Well, that sucks. God damn it. Losing to turn 4 Twilight Drake is just very frustrating, but that's what happens sometimes if you don't see any silences or polymorphs in the draft. I mean, there's just no way you can really do anything about that. It's part of the game. Let's go ahead and click play and see if we can get to the part of the game where we win. Because that's the fun part. Oh man, I really feel like that guy's deck wasn't even that good. I could have had him if it weren't for that Flame Strike and the Twilight Drake. What a shame. Dung Da Fung, good name there. This is all fine. It's nice to keep a little bit of removal on hand here, just in case. I'm playing a Freezy Mage rather than a turn stuff into Sheep Mage.
My greetings.
Thank you.
I like to thank people for offering their greetings. I'm thanking them for being polite. Alright, no reason to use the coin here. I'm not a rogue or a shaman. My hero power is just 1 damage. Already got a Panther here. Well, proper answer to that seems to be to coin out this thing. That's a very good answer. I mean, he can use hero ability to pop my shield and then trade, but then he's spending all of his mana to trade, basically. And then I have the initiative because I can play stuff next turn. Like this thing. Oh, he's gonna silence it. Interesting choice. And he's not gonna trade. Well, it's a good play. He knows I'm probably gonna, you know, trade against him. YOLO Armor would be a little bit too YOLO-y even for my tastes. So what we're gonna do, it's a little bit less crazy. Let's trade this. And I think I will actually go for it. It's got a pretty good odds of removing it. There we go. Look, what an egalitarian bomber. He hit everybody equally. How can you not love him? That's a pretty good answer. How annoying. Well, there's not much. Actually, there is a little bit of a point in giving this extra damage. It'll make that thing easier to kill later. Let's see if I hit it to go down to 6. This, it trades. It'll go down to 2. Or I could just play this.
What to do?
Let's whack him. Let's do it. Seems like the right play. So now if he plays other things, this will be at 2 health, which will make it die to the Blizzard. The really great thing about Blizzard is even if you don't kill everything off, it's okay because it's all frozen, so your opponent basically like can play stuff onto the board, but he can't do anything with the creatures he has, which means that like on the next turn you can finish them off with your hero ability or whatever. He's gonna Wrath my Weaponsmith. Bummer. And kill off my Bomber. Well, that's all fair. Okay, so I could either Blizzard now, or I could wait until Flame Strike. Blizzarding now would allow me to play like this, maybe, and hit this guy to make it die to Blizzard next turn. Or this to do the same thing. Yeah, let's do that. The risk I take is that he has a buff spell, which Druids do have, and then with Wind Fury it becomes incredibly strong. But I'll take that risk. This kind of squares off against his board very nicely. It kills both of his creatures and leaves a 1/1 behind, so that's why I liked this play a lot. And I'm also giving him the opportunity to overextend against my Blizzard right now. Oh, that's annoying, because it doesn't die to Blizzard, and I also am not able to attack past it. And his guys get all happy and protected. Boo. Alright, well, I could play this to try to make my Blizzard bigger next time, or my Flame Strike bigger, but that's getting a little bit greedy. If he hadn't put this down, that might be what I'd go for, but I can't. This doesn't quite kill it, although I could trade that, ram that guy into it as well. Nah, what we're going to do is make the safe play here. Either Blizzard or Cone of Cold. Cone of Cold actually, oh my god, I can't believe I almost missed this. Yeah. This is definitely the play. I put this down. Now Cone of Cold is super good. This guy unfortunately is at 3 health rather than at 2, which is where I would like him to be. Do I want to do this right now? And put the 2-1 on the board? Let's actually do it before anything else wacky happens. Well, hang on. What is he? He wouldn't use removal against this, would he?
What to do?
You know what? It gives me the option next turn of either fireballing it or... Yeah, I'm just going to rub it in right now. Because next turn that means I can fireball it and attack with this into something else. Whereas if I left it at 3/3, I wouldn't be able to do that. Oh, okay, and then he plays a swipe. That seems like a very loose swipe. But I guess, you know, given that he did that, I should have played differently. Alright, so a couple of options here. Blizzard doesn't quite kill this thing because my spell power guy died. I don't want to take 7 damage, though, that's for sure. Flame Strike will kill them both, and then he has 3 cards to play with. This puts a body on the board and kills the Taunter, but then he can just trade. This is kind of like a compromise, almost. I don't have a 2-drop, but I can use my hero ability to finish it off, saving Flame Strike for later. That seems like a... yeah, so really Flame Strike is terrible here, because I accomplished the exact same effect with Blizzard. It's a tough call, definitely. I could play this and then hero ability, but I feel like in my instinct that killing his stuff is the right move here. So he has the initiative, he gets to play first, and he has the extra mana because he went first this game. But I have the card advantage. He also has life advantage, but I have card advantage and something that will kill just about anything he can play. Ah, that guy. Alrighty. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. Right, my life is definitely getting down to a dangerous level here. But luckily for me, I have just enough health to do, or mana to do awesome things. Alright. I'd say that I came ahead in that exchange. Do have to watch out against Druids. They have those cats that are 4/4s in charge. So they can kind of kill you when you're not expecting it. But can't gain life anymore, so that's just what I'm going to have to deal with. Ooh, that's not scary at all. Is it? Yeah. Oh, and he's buffing on his own turn before he can use it. That's the sign of a desperate play. Alright, so do I want to Flame Strike here? It doesn't leave me with much to do, but then again, if I don't Flame Strike, what am I doing? Trading with this, I guess? And then you can hit me for 4? It's starting to get a little down there. If I Flame Strike, though, I mean, all I'm doing then is hitting him for 5 damage, dropping him down to 24. He's got 2 cards in hand. And if he plays more threats... Then again, if he plays more threats, Flame Strike's probably not going to help me anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna use it while it's good. We'll hit him. And hit him again. Alright, so I'm just hoping for a turn where he skips a beat. And if he can't play both of these cards down as creatures, then I can trade one, hopefully, and then play some stuff on the board and then be in a really commanding position. Starfire, alright. Well, that spends almost all of his mana, which is a good sign, for sure. That's spending most of his mana, it's also a good sign. And a Direwolf Elf. Alright. Well, one thing that we would like to do here, yep, I think it's going to be this, and then this. Alright. With 4 missiles, the odds of that were very good. Alright, Druids are not great at dealing with this right here. Dealing 4 damage to multiple things is not something they're good at. Best you could hope for is play Spell Power and Swipe, but even that would leave one of my guys alive. Alright, that's a Desperation play, because this clearly just dies. I don't know what this is that he's holding, to be perfectly honest. Is it like a Moonfire or something that he thinks he might be able to kill me with? I'm not sure. But definitely want to kill this guy. So back down. Let's attack him. Let's attack him. And let's play things out. Let's put this down. I am opening up myself up to Spell Power plus Starfall, but that would be like almost his entire turn, and this guy would actually survive it. So I think I'm okay with that. Especially because I have another creature in my hand, and I'm still going to draw another card next turn. Alright, is he dead on the board? 4, 8, 10, 14, 17? Yeah, he's dead. And I can do more damage by enraging my Worgen and attacking for 8. So he has to kill me this turn or he's lost. Or play a really, really good defense somehow.
Well played. I concede.
Alright, we beat a Druid. Fantastic. Let's keep on trucking. That was a pretty good game. I don't know if I can really add any more insight into what went on in that game. He really just, ran out of cards, and I didn't. And that was that. I think, what did I do? I think I played like 2 Flame Strikes and 2 Blizzard, and a Blizzard. So that plus my hero ability was really good. Oh my god, this guy's name is God of Gnome. That's really great. Alright, well, what I'm actually going to do is put this away. And I have to think carefully. Warlocks, don't have a hero ability that can kill this, so even though this ability is wasted, I can still play it on turn 1 and actually have a pretty aggressive start. But if I do that, I don't want to keep the Mad Bomber because he can just kill it. So what I'll do is have a 1-2 start and see what else I can do after that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, perfect. I actually wish I were playing first. When you're on curve like this, it's much better to play first than second. Alright. Well, we're sort of even Stevens here. Don't see much point to coining it out. If he wants to trade his 1-drop for my 1-drop, I'm alright with that, I think. Alright. He should really trade this, otherwise I'm going to trade my 1 for his 2. It's funny, I see a lot of Warlocks who aren't very good, and this is definitely one of them. See, so this is a good illustrating moment. Even though this feels emotionally bad to trade a 2-1 for a 2-1, it's worth it because otherwise my 2-1 trades for your 2-2, and then I just kill your guy. This is a case where I think it was actually better to just use the hero ability to clear things out because I got such a big advantage in that trade that I'm okay with playing reactively from here on out. Okay, well I've got several options here. I could coin out this guy, who will kill that guy. The problem is that Warlocks have 2 spells that will kill the Ogre Magi, the Shadow Bolt and the Shadow Flame. I can never remember. So that would be a shame. But the Shadow Flame will cause him to discard a card. Shadow Bolt would be almost all of his mana. And the alternative is just to play this, which will still die to any removal. He'll just attack to pop it, and then use the spell to kill me. But you know what? I think I'll actually play this because it lets me keep the coin, and the effect is roughly the same. Basically, my guy doesn't kill his guy the way the Ogre Magi does, but that's fine, I think. I can always play this next turn, and I like the idea of keeping the coin in reserve for a later play, like, a turn 5 Frost Elemental or something. Or even a turn 4 Blizzard. Alright, he's got Drain Life. Wastes Life Effect. That's totally fine. Alright, so he's playing a very, very aggressive deck. Now, a Blizzard would kill both of these things and leave me with overwhelming card advantage and a really high life total against this Warlock, which is fine. Alternatively, I could play the Ooze, which trades against this, and use my hero ability. Or actually play this and coin out my hero ability. Actually, that seems really, really good. I'm going to do that. So now I trade favorably. Shadow Bolt does kill me, but he's really low on cards here. So if he doesn't start to pick up the pace, he's going to be in trouble. Wisp! And drawing after playing something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, well I think this is really the perfect time for a YOLO Bomber. Alright, it hit me twice, which may seem bad, but it actually isn't. So all I really wanted was one shot on that Flame Imp. And I'm really happy. So I have major card advantage, a super high life total, board advantage. All he's got is the initiative. And even that's not going to count for everything. Alright, so a couple of options here. I could play this, which holds up against the Wind Fury Harpy remarkably well. They actually trade. Of course, if he kills this, I'm in trouble, but I think that's the risk I'm willing to take. Another option is to play the Frost Elemental and freeze this thing and then kill her. Oh my gosh, that is a really good option. I can't imagine what's better than that. Okay, I might need to revise my opinion of the Frost Elemental. It's been extremely good in the game so far. Just locking down a key creature of your opponents allows you to, play behind tempo without paying the price. Alright, he's drawing before playing, that's good, but that means that if he's a bad player who sometimes draws after he plays, it means he thought he had nothing good to do. Alright, he's got a taunt. Ah, the taunt is pretty good there. Alright, he's just YOLOing it up. Giving that guy some more damage. Let's think about this very carefully. I could Blizzard, which would kill... not enough. But I'm 2 turns away from being able to spell power Blizzard, so I don't want to hold out for that. Frost Nova is another option that allows me to basically Frost Nova, play this guy, and then have the Blizzard next turn. Ah, I like that play a lot. Alright, we're going to do this. And then Frost Nova. So I can put this guy down. Making the Blizzard... Well, let's see. If I play this, I have a little bit more defense. If I play this, the Blizzard does more damage, which means I don't have to use hero ability to finish that guy off. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll play this. And I'm battering my opponent down quite a bit. So, it's interesting. If he plays creatures other than removing mine, I deal 9, 12 damage. 13, not enough to kill him, but it doesn't even matter. Okay, now I actually deal enough to kill him. 9 plus 3 is 12. So he has to kill my creatures. It's not good enough to just play creatures at this point. Alright, that was great. He really did not have a taunt or removal. Good game. God of Gnome. What a good name, though, for that guy. Alright, let's hit play really fast. I would like to play him again. He had a lot of really low-costing creatures and not much in the way of quality. Also, he was playing a Wisp. I mean, you never know, that might have been a bad pack, but good lord. Oh, I'm not playing against God of Known, I'm playing against Jeffers. You know, I had a feeling it was time for another rogue, and here we go. I'm going first. Glach. You know, I'm actually going to keep this hand. 3-4, and then turn 5, Blizzard. Stop his aggression. Hopefully kill some creatures, but if not, at least I can stop him for attacking for a turn. Flame Strike? Alright, well if I can survive to turn 7, I'm going to be in really good shape. So I'm just playing ultra defensively here. Trying to hold down the hatches. Alright, no scrub silliness from this fellow. I have a coin here. Harvest Gold. That's one of the most innocuous rogue plays that I could imagine. I don't think the bomber really works here. I don't think this really works here. This is fine though. I kind of trade into it. He could use up his turn daggering and attack me and then get value, but then I play this engine after it, and I think that's totally fine. So we'll do this. Well, let's see. Spell power. You do 2, and then it survives, but this doesn't die. Then I have spell power. If it survives for 2 turns, then he doesn't have any backstabs. Then Blizzard is more effective. Now we'll actually just play this. My instinct tells me that's the right play. Alright, so he's daggering up. If he's got backstab or shiv, I'm gonna really regret that I played that creature. And he has the backstab. That's a shame. But I'm still at 28 life, and dropping down Senjin, which feels really, really good. He doesn't have a coin anymore, so there's really very little that he can do at this point that would make me care. Maybe a Yeti would probably be the worst thing I could see. Ah, another Testingo. Fair is fair. That's another Flame Strike. Is there any value to firebombing him? I don't want to play this. It seems a little risky. Yeah, let's actually do this. This feels fine. And let's bomb this guy. The reason is, if I play Blizzard for 3 damage... Or no, sorry, if this guy dies and I have to play Blizzard for 2 damage, I want to be able to kill this and have this die. If this guy lives, then my Fire Blast was a waste, but that also means that Blizzard is dealing 3 damage, which is really great, because it allows me to throw this guy at the Senjin to finish him off and still keep my Taunter alive. Taunt, I think, is really good to keep alive against rogues, if you can at all do so. Furthermore, if he plays stuff and I Blizzard, I don't even have to kill his things. I can just play Flame Strike the turn after that. And have it deal a whopping 5 damage to everything, which does kill this engine. Alright, let's see what he decides to do. When you're a rogue, these guys are really annoying to deal with, because your dagger deals 2 damage, which isn't quite enough. Now he can, of course, dagger up Senjin and then kill me with a dagger and still have 3 mana for the turn, but then the Blizzard will take his stuff out. Assassin's Blade. Ah, so he threw away his dagger. I see. Well, I've got an Ooze in this deck, which is good. And he made the right call attacking me rather than attacking the guy, because he knows I probably want to do this. The YOLO Bomber is an interesting choice. This deals 2 damage, so if, like, all 3 hit this... No, that's very improbable. So whether or not I play Blizzard just depends on how greedy I am. But the thing is, his Assassin's Blade kills this thing, and then he can finish it off with this engine, so it's like a good deal, I think, to Blizzard now. Of course, then he can Rogue Dagger and make this a 4/3 weapon. But then if he does, then that's what he does. So maybe that's the best way to do it. Let's play a Blizzard. Finish my guy off like this. So that now it's a waste of this durability if he actually goes after me like that. Of course, a Shiv would be perfect, but Can't play around all the rogue removal because they have so much of it. Alright, I'm wasting a durability. That means this guy really got value. That guy comes around. Starting to get a little low on life. I think the bomber's actually great here. Alright, so again we have an egalitarian bomber here who is just treating everyone fairly. He actually trades with this guy, which is really cool, so my opponent's going to have to use this dagger. Let's play my stuff, I think. I don't want to play this. I don't want that to die just yet. Yeah, let's actually fireball him. So now my golem can trade with it. My hope is that my opponent plays lots more creatures. Otherwise, these removal spells are really lackluster, and the fact that I don't have anything else to play to put down is going to really hurt me. If he just spends his turn killing my stuff, I get to be in a really awkward spot. It may be better for him at this point just to start weaponing me. I mean, he can deal 8 more damage with that, putting me down to 8. That's a really bad place to be against rogues. He doesn't seem confident in his ability to burn me out, though. So he's gonna bust that golem. Ah, and he's gonna put that guy back in his hand. What an ass. Nuts. That stops me from being able to kill him. And he's gonna eviscerate my guy. Alright. Oh, that was like the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Oh, Lord. This is not looking good in the slightest. I can't just stop him from... I can't do anything to stop the guy from just throwing that guy back down. Well, I could put this out as bait for his Argent Commander. That'll be 6 out of his 8 mana. He'll kill it, sure. Well, then I can kill both of his things. So that is what we will do. I'm going to play this. I'm going to actually suicide this thing. Reason is, by doing this, I might trick my opponent into thinking that I don't have Flame Strike. Because if I had Flame Strike, why would I deal damage to a guy who has 4 life? So if he thinks I don't have Flame Strike, he might be more inclined to play out more of his stuff. Of course, all he's really going to be doing is playing that Charger anyway, most likely, so maybe my mind games were all for naught.
Well played.
Are you freaking kidding me? That is exactly what I didn't want to see. Jesus Christ. Rogues! Yeah, that Assassin's Blade. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna lose, that's what you're gonna do. Alright, well, we're at 5 wins. Let's give it a little pause here. I really don't want to play that rogue again. Is there anything I could have done differently? Even if I had frozen that thing, it still would have been popped back up into his hand. He just had the right Brewmaster at the right time. Alright, I think that's enough rogues for me for now. Let's go ahead and get some other people. Why don't we get that Warlock back in here? I'd like to play him again. Well, all around, this is a pretty good run. Definitely better than my 2 and 3 runs. I have XT Sice, a fellow mage. Alright, gotta respect mages. This is great. I'm going first. When you're on curve, you want to be playing first, because then the extra mana that you have is really significant, and the fact that your opponent's always reacting to you makes a big difference. He mulliganed 3 cards, so who knows what he has. Nice little late game play. Hopefully I'll draw into my removal at some point. That would be nice. Alright, Flame Strike though. Speak of the devil. I'd love for him to use his hero power here. That would mean he's off to a really slow start and I can establish some pretty epic board dominance. I don't like shooting the rocks with a catapult. I just like dropping them onto the board. Alright, we'll see what he does with the coin. Harvest Golem. Ah, I see. Very solid play. I don't see any particular reason to trade into that and give him a 2-1, so we'll just do that. Alright, looks like he wants to finish my Worgen off, which is totally fine, because that's his whole turn, and I still have a creature left on the board. Alright, let's take the time to kill it. Because I do get to put another creature on the board here. So my curve is paying off. Next turn I've got this, and then the turn after that I have this. So I am definitely have the tempo. Water Elemental. Well, that's actually really good. It's a big old fat cake. I could freeze it. It can actually kill both of these guys rather easily. Ugh, that's annoying. That's actually a really good turn 4 play for him. That's about the best that he could hope for. What I'm going to do is just attack with both my guys, put another thing on the board, and he'll probably kill my Sorcerer's Apprentice, I'm guessing. That's the scariest creature. And then I can play this next turn and charge into it. So he's deciding between killing the creature that does more damage, excuse me, or killing the creature that has the more dangerous power. He chose wisely, I think. You don't want to let mages keep a Sorcerer's Apprentice on the field. This will now die to Flame Strike, so I hope he plays more things that will die to Flame Strike. That does not die to Flame Strike. Oh my god, that is the opposite of dying to Flame Strike. Ah, how annoying. So I could freeze it, but it doesn't matter because blah. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll just... Let's think about this. Blizzard actually does 3 damage. That means I could trade here. And then keep on attacking. This guy will be frozen, so he can't retaliate. The other plan is put this down, do that. Then this will die to that water elemental. Yeah, let's just use a blizzard right here. I mean, when you're holding 2 flame strikes in your hand, using a frivolous blizzard is not the worst thing in the world. The reason I'm letting this guy die off is because if I attacked with him, my opponent could hero ability him to death after he took 3 damage, and that would be bad because I want my flame strikes to be powered up. At the moment it doesn't matter, but it might matter later. So I'd love for him to just play creatures with 5 health or lower. Don't kill my stuff, you know, don't mess with me. Just play creatures with cool 5 health or lower. 5 health is plenty of health, man. 5 health was right. No, no, stop pointing at it. No. Ah, polymorph. Well, the good news is that was his whole turn. And I can still put a guy on the board down. Let's see, if I put this, I can kill it, and then have a 4/3. If I put this, I could kill it and have a 4/3. So there's really no reason to use up the Divine Shield on that guy, and also lose the element of surprise. So he's got a few more cards than I do. He has 7, and I only have, well, soon to be 6. But he's got half as much health as I do, and I have a 4/3 on the board, which is, you know, not an insignificant creature size. Plus, I've got this in my back pocket. If he plays something that I can kill, if he plays a really big thing that attacks, I can freeze it and keep on attacking over him. Man, I really like this Frost Elemental. I have to raise my appraisal of it. I really do need to. Ah, secret. That could be... Well... Alright, this will be a good way to bait for the mirror entity, I think.
Someday I'll be just like you.
That's not what it is. Which makes me concerned that it's Vaporize. But if so... Then, you know, he had removal from my thing. Oh no, it's not Vaporize or Ice Block, or Ice Barrier. So, either it's Ice Block, which kind of makes him immune if I were to kill him, or it is Counterspell, in which case my Flame Strike actually is going to get countered. And I'm kind of afraid that's what it is. So I have to basically play out 2 of my Flame Strikes to do this. Now, I'd rather... It's more likely to be Counterspell, I think, because Ice Block is so bad, and this is a pretty good Mage. I don't think he'd play with such a bad card as Ice Block. So I've got 9, 11. I mean, he's dead on the board. So I'd rather just not play Flame Strike and instead play this guy. And take him down to lethal damage and kill him that way. He can also be Spellbender, which would be really worthless here. Alright, so he got that for just about free. And he got that. Luckily my guy survives. Oh, this is a bit tricky though, because now if I play this, I can deal 9 damage. 10 damage? He's not going to kill me. Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm just going to hope that he doesn't have... that it's not Ice Block. And then I'm just totally fine. I don't think there's any way a Mage could do 30 damage from here. Alright, he's drawing a card.
Drink with me, friend.
I wonder what the point of that is. He played it down again? Oh, I see. He's just basically putting those Brewmasters on the board without having to pay the price. Alright, well, let's see if it's actually Ice Block. Nope. Alright, he didn't even make me guess. I could have traded anyway and bought off another turn, so I would have been totally fine. Well, this is actually exactly the same place I was the last time I played Mage. I was at 6-2, and the first and only time I played Mage so far, I made it to 7 and then lost there. I would love for that to happen again, because as you can see on the screen, I am becoming a poor, poor man here. There is going to be a wipe. It was announced today that Blizzard's going to have a wipe during the closed beta. And I'm actually really excited about that, because it means you get to play through everything again. It's like you have a brand new account, basically. And that's actually really cool, because it means you can grind through all those beginner achievements and get free gold. And you also get a free run through the arena. Now, I don't care about my card collection. I just want to play arena, so I get, like, a lot more money to spend on the arena again. Alright, that's encouraging, because actually Mad Bomber's really good against that. So we'll pop the coin here. Yeah. Alright, now both the other bears hit me, but I really don't care because that was a fantastic start. Killed his 1-drop. I got off to an aggressive start. I got a thing to play here. I can trade with almost anything he puts down for 2 mana. This is great. Yeah, I'm definitely going to trade for that. So that's totally fine. Arcane Missiles, well, I could play them for free. But the problem is, the odds of all 3 hitting this are infinitesimal, so we're going to just do the trade. And pass the turn. So that's great. I mean, next turn I can play a really aggressive creature, or if I feel like I need to stop the board a little bit, I can play the more defensive Harvest Golem. Alright, he's hero abilitying me, that's fantastic. So since his board is empty, I'm going to go for the more aggressive, higher damaging creature. So I'm already starting to hit him for 6 damage. It's not even turn 4 yet. If you play stuff, I got Sen'jin to protect it. Multi-shot, well, that's fine. It was his entire turn to do that. Perhaps that was an argument in favor of the Harvest Golem, is that it left me less vulnerable to multi-shot. Thing is, though, that was his whole turn. I get to play something back after it. I play another thing right after that. And I have Flame Strike coming up, so he's in bad shape. He better have a follow-up plan for this. Otherwise, it's just about to die. So he either needs to... Ooh! That was a really bad play. Okay, so the reason this is a bad play is that he didn't draw a card off of this Buzzard, and it's going to die. So that's not good. You always want to make sure that you can get something out of your Buzzard. Now the question is, how do I deal with that Buzzard? Well, if I attack like this, play Arcane Missiles, there's a 50-50 chance the Buzzard will die. If the Buzzard doesn't die, it's overwhelmingly likely that at least one of the shots will hit, then I can use Hero Ability to finish it off, and then I can still play another creature because I have 5 mana. That seems like the best play. Alright. The math goes in my favor. I I actually don't want to put another Senjin down. It's not great to put them down when there's nothing to protect. Although if I put it down now, I'm spending more mana, so next turn I can play both of these. Aha, okay, that's why I'll put it down. So having taunts on the board is not that great if they're not protecting anything. That means you're basically playing creatures that are not as good as they should be. Like these could be 2 Yetis, for example, and then they'd have an extra power. Alright. He's got it. That's actually a really good answer right now, because even the 2 of these combined, like the 2 of these both have to attack into it and take a bunch of damage in order to kill it. Alright, that's unfortunate. Yep, just one attacking isn't enough. Now I wish I'd played this last turn, although that wouldn't actually even matter. Yeah, we're just gonna kill him. And play more stuff. The only mass removal hunters have is Explosive Trap. And these guys did their job already, and this actually survived it really well, so I don't really care about it that much. Oh my god, that's actually really annoying. That thing is so huge to bring down. He's holding me off very well, but he can't hold me off forever. Hero ability? Alright, he's just working on it. Okay, I now have 3 Flame Strikes. Seriously? I think, honestly, I'm okay with doing this, because I have 2 more. And if he just doesn't even have enough cards, really, to be able to play enough creatures for all of 3 Flame Strikes of mine to be able to kill more than 1 creature. So that's why I used it as a very, like, bad removal spell. Your beasts have charge. Alright, well, he can kill off one of my things, finally. If he plays another beast, he can kill this thing off. No, he's going to use the hero ability. He's going to play it safe. Can't say I blame him. Alright, let's damage the creature that comes back after dying. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. I had 8 mana and all I did was hero ability and a 2-drop. Very, very, very unfortunate. This is why, by the way, I didn't want to take every single Flame Strike I saw in the draft. I really don't think that's correct. Now, the good news is I can actually clear out almost anything he plays in the way, and then I have 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. So, that's pretty good. Hunters don't have life gain from their hero ability, so I'll just then be able to finish him off with my hero power. Wow! Epic drop. Oh, that guy does have taunt, dude. This is a pretty good creature. What is that, an 8/8 for 8 that charges? Oh no, it's an 8/8 for 9 that charges. Okay. This is where I really wish I had drafted a single polymorph. He doesn't attack into me. Fascinating. Well, I am perfectly content with that. He's just letting me do 3 more damage to him for no reason. Alright. I can't kill it. 4, 5, yeah, but I will just do this. I don't know, I'm really hard pressed to figure out how a hunter can deal 20 damage to me with 10 mana and 4 cards. It's possible, I'm sure, but hunters don't have, like, Wind Fury. I guess he could have, like, 20 kill commands or something? If he's got it, I guess. I wish this were Arcane Missiles, because then I could have finished my opponent off last turn. Arcane Explosion does not damage the enemy directly, nor does Flame Strike. And he still has to do damage to this at some point. Alright, so wow, he's got 2 of them. Does he have a 3rd Faceless Manipulator? Then he actually would win the game. Or a kill command. Yeah, there's stuff that will win now. Whew. He did not destroy my Taunter, that's good. And he's got a secret. Oh my god, if that's Explosive Trap, I am in trouble. Alright, the way he's playing this strongly suggests that that's Explosive Trap, which I don't care about because I can just do that. Wow, yeah, he could have definitely won that game, but he needed to have attacked my Senjin on the previous turn. He played that guy, then didn't attack, and that let me do 3 more damage to him, and it also meant that he had to kill my Senjin before charging into me. So that was his game to lose, actually. But very well played by my opponent with the Faceless Manipulator play. I did not see that coming. I would have, if I had thought of it, I would have just taken the time to kill this guy. Then he would have had nothing to facelessly manipulate. So let's see, I could have hit him with my Senjin, that would have brought him down to 3. Hit him with Flame Strike, would have brought him down by 4, and then I could have thrown a 1-1 into it and that would have killed it. This guy's name is Jokingly. That's a good name. Alright, I don't know if I should keep Arcane Missiles or not. If he plays an early drop, I'll be happy I did. If he doesn't play an early drop, I'm going to be really pissed. I've already got the Mad Bomber, which is pretty good against some, but not all early drops. Yeah, we'll keep the Arcane Missiles. My hope is it'll be handy at some point. Alright. Boy, this is not a particularly great draw. Alright, I dealt more than I took. That's a victory in my books. Slam. I hate this card so much. He doesn't even get to draw a card from it. Alright, well this is great actually. That Shield Master is a good draw. I put down a really powerful creature and then I can protect it. And then I can hold things back and then I can kill them all, so that's great. Ross Nova and Flame Strike is a really good combo, now that I think about it. Ah, that's really good. It's not going to use the weapon, huh? You know what? Let's go for the gold, go for the glory here. Basically, this guy plus the weapon will kill my Shield Master, but this thing will die, and then my guy will still be alive, dealing damage to him each turn. So that's okay with me. Alright, now this is all mage spells. Alright, looks like that's what he's doing. Oh, nope. He's got something else. Nope, that's what he did. Perfect. Ah, that's a pretty good card. Well, there's really nothing I can do about this. Except Flame Strike! Yeah, this doesn't seem right at the moment. I think the thing that makes the most sense is actually just to do this trade. Do I want to use Arcane Missiles against that thing? I don't actually gain anything from the mana that I'm saving, so let's put the creature on the board and give him his card. It's a very awkward draw. I should have mulliganed the Arcane Missiles. Well, that's a lesson for next time. Now, I'm 2 turns away from Flame Striking, but he hasn't put anything on the board yet, which makes me worry that when he does put things on the board, it'll be big stuff that Flame Strike does not actually kill. And if I don't top deck a creature, I'm going to have a really lame turn 6. And that's going to put me very far behind. So it's a good thing I played this guy after getting turn 7, or after getting the 7 wins rather than before. Because it would have been very sad to lose on turn 6. Or game 6. Yeah, this is showing the weakness of having too many random spells. Alright, all things considered, if he's playing that, which is clearly going to die... Oh, that's not good. Oh, and he's going to kill my guy to make sure his Warsong Commander can live. Nuts. Well, the good news is I can actually still kill it. So, yay! Oh, I gotta do another Flame Strike. God darn it. Honest to God. Let's see. I actually want to use my spells to kill this. So, 50-50 shot that 2 of them will hit. And then I can finish them off and keep this guy on the board. Yeah, let's go for it. Nope. Well, actually, that was all the way bad. Well, I have to do this. I can't let him have a turn with charging minions. And then these things are worthless.
Try this.
Crap. Crap-a-doodle-doo. Oh my lord, that's just like the worst thing. I cannot believe how bad of a draw this is. I don't even want to put this down, honestly. Crap. Where are my creatures when I need them? Where's my Argent Commander? Where's my Knight? Maybe I just didn't draft enough creatures. I should look at my deck list. It's possible I just did a bad job drafting. Right, he's using all of his weapon durability just to whack the heck out of me. And he's armoring up. So it's very clear if he passes the turn that he is playing around Flame Strike. Oh my lord! I need to draw my ooze pretty soon here. Hey, this is pretty good. Da 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 da! And, da 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 da! Alright, make this guy 5-4. So he can deal 10 damage to me with that. This is 13. I'm still at 9, so he probably doesn't want to just swing at me balls to the walls. Or does he? I guess he does. Maybe he has another Arcanite Reaper in his hand. Armoring up. Okay. Ah, that's close but no cigar. So, yeah. Let's just do the easy thing here. Flame Strike, finish this off, and get to work. At least this guy's getting a few turns on the board, am I right? So I've got another Flame Strike coming, if needed, and this guy, depending on what he plays. It's a little bit far from burning me down, I think, unless he has like a Mortal Strike or something.
X marks the spot.
That's pretty good. He's really convinced he can kill me. Well, let's see what he's got to back it up. Ah, I see. I see what you did there, sir. Well, I can't ignore it because it's got taunt. Don't want to charge into it because then this will go down to 1 health. Flame Strike doesn't seem any better though, really. Whatever. Let's play. So this guy will die, right? But everything else lives. Actually, I achieved the same effect with this. I'd rather have him on the board with only 1 health than not have him on the board at all. So we're going to do that. We're going to play him. Going to pop the Divine Shield. So again, my opponent might have like a Mortal Strike or something and is able to burn me down, but, you know, if he has it, then he has it. There's nothing I can do in that case. He could have a charging creature, he could have one of these guys. I just don't have any taunts, so there's just nothing I can do. Frost Nova, unfortunately, is not retroactive. It just freezes whatever's currently on the board. This is encouraging. It suggests he didn't have anything to do with all 10 mana. Oh wow, he's just armoring up. So that means that if he's not killing me right now... Ah, I see what he did there. So he had so many weapons, he thought, yeah, let's just go the distance. Alright, the question is, can I kill him? And the answer is probably not. So let's see, 5, 10, 11, 12, and then the armor saves him, and none of my spells deal direct damage. 10, 11, 12, yeah. If I'd placed this guy down at some point, whatever, it's fine. This unfortunately does not freeze the enemy directly. I'm going to use this because it is the cheaper spell. It's like the cheaper way of... Well, then if he has a silence, he can... You know what, it doesn't matter. If he kills me, if he has any way to deal 1 damage, I just lose. So what I'm going to do is Flame Strike to kill it, because I don't even care anymore. And then we'll do this, and this, and this. And then the Worgen is what I will play. Once again, if this had been Arcane Missiles instead, I would be able to win. So the question is, does he have Heroic Charge, or Mortal Strike, or anything with charge? God damn it! He has it. I'm gonna get killed in the wimpiest way possible. Well, that's the game. And, damn it. I was really, really close to making it to 8. He just went after me with his weapons, and it was totally the right thing to do. So, good play on his part. Thank Holy Mother of Flaming Christ that I made it to 7 wins, because that is a morale boost I needed. That's keeping my 100% success rate with the Mage. So let's go ahead and take a look at the prize. We got a pack. We got 5 gold. 5 gold, really? Is that even, how is that even possible? 75, 30, and then 75. Well, hey, I got a 35 gold profit on top of the entry fee, so we're back at a comfortable 505. Can't complain too much about that. Let's see what's in this pack. We've got a terrible card. Solid card. Oh, it's so bad. And some more solid commons. Alright, sneak peek at the next arena here. Rogue, Paladin, or Priest. Much as I want to redeem myself with the rogue, and much as I would need to give the priest a shot at some point, I might need to play as the paladin. Although it's actually just a very good selection here. It's anyone's guess what I'm going to play as. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and or subscribe, and we'll see you next time.